Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another week of small groups. We're so glad that you've joined us. Maybe last week you spent some time hanging out, having fun, maybe playing some games or just enjoying some food together. And we're thankful that you were able to do that. But I am excited this week to dive back into small groups and answer some questions because Pastor Jordan started a new series called Tapped Out. Have you ever been there? Where you're tapped out, maybe relationally, tapped out physically, tapped out financially. Moments in your life when you thought, that's it. I can't do it anymore. I can't go any farther. And he's been diving into the story of Elijah. But if you've read the Bible, maybe you've picked up on several stories and several characters who have all struggled with this. Like Moses, who was burdened and tired of leading. Jonah, who actually, in this craziness of receiving mercy from God, ends up being angry with the mercy of God in the end of his story. Job, who just experienced tons of loss and suffering in his own life, being tapped out. David, overwhelmed by guilt, fear, and his enemies. Jeremiah wished he was even born. But I think one of my favorites is the way that Paul puts it. When he was crushed and overwhelmed, in 2 Corinthians, he actually writes about it. It says, "For we do not want you to be unaware, brothers, of the afflictions we experienced in Asia. For we were so utterly burdened beyond our strength that we despaired of life itself." He was tapped out. Indeed, we had felt that we had received the sentence of death. But that was to make us rely not on ourselves, but on God who raises the dead. He delivered us from such a deadly peril, and He will deliver us. On Him we have set our hope, that He will deliver us again. There's paths of deeper trust that are built in moments where we feel tapped out. In moments where we feel like we can't do it anymore, like we've reached the end of our ropes. There's a deeper trust built on our Father in heaven, who cares for us deeply, who is close to the brokenhearted and raises up those who are crushed in spirit. And maybe through this small group time together, you can learn some things about some people, but more importantly, you can rely on some people to build up your faith, to build up your trust in the God who created each of us. So here's a few questions that you can answer during your small group time together. The first one was this: when was a time you felt tapped out? When was a time you felt tapped out, and what got you there? What got you to the end of the road where you felt like you had enough? Number 2, what does Elijah's story of being under the broom tree teach us about God's response to us being tapped out? What does it teach us about God's response to us being tapped out? And number 3, what helps you get back up? What's one thing that you can do this week to refill your tank, to get back on track, to maybe renew your faith, renew your trust, and look forward to a better hope and a better future through Christ? I hope you all have a great week at small group. Enjoy some time loving on each other, building relationally, but more importantly, learning more about what God has for each and every single one of us. Have a great week, and we'll see you soon.